The upcoming Courtside camp is loaded. Here's the players that will be attending. First off, we have Kyrie Irving's nephews coming in from North Dakota. Twins Keathon and Dayston DeMarco are freshmen, and they got to work out with the future Hall of Famer. Imagine getting into the gym with one of the best that has ever done it. They were just in the lab putting in work with him this past week. The 2029 guards will go off at the upcoming camp. Last time we saw them, they were cooking at Baller's Wife. Keathon was getting to the hole, and Dayston had them trapped on an island. They will be coming from White Shield, North Dakota. We also got a 6'6", 11-year-old dunker pulling up from Wichita. And I know what you're thinking. There's no way this kid is 11 years old. But trust, Archange Rayleigh Limovu is ranked number 2 in the class of 2031. Look for him to put on a dunk show at this year's camp. Everyone is calling this kid Baby Anthony Edwards. Cade's Cody Jackson is one of the best 7th grade guards in the country. He's also a 2-sport athlete like Ant-Man. You already know he's going to get in his bag at the camp. The top player in St. Louis is about that life. Amarion Smith-Holly will be returning for his 3rd Courtside Films camp, but this time he's bringing the dunk package. The 6-foot PG lives above the rim. He's currently Illinois' #1 ranked point guard in the class of 2028. He's got multiple Division I offers. It's going to be a movie October 25th. We also got this 5-foot PG pulling up from Memphis, Tennessee. He's one of the shiftiest players in all of youth basketball. The 8th grader has gone viral for these crazy crossovers. He's one of the toughest guards in 8th grade. Last year in 7th grade, he was dominating varsity basketball. Cody Rader will be making his return to the Courtside camp. They call him Baby Steve Nash for a reason. The flashy PG is out of Illinois. You may remember him from going viral on our YouTube channel. He got over 3 million views as a 4th grader. He's always Showtime. I'm sure this year will be no different. Dupree Smith is never ducking smoke on the court. He's an elite guard in the 2031 class and has the ball on a string. He will be putting on for the state of Minnesota as he's hailing from Minneapolis. If you check out his comments, they say the 7th grader is hooping like Jamal Crawford. Not many have that in their bag. Another hooper coming from Minnesota is 6'6" Jonas McCreary. The 2028 prospect can score from all 3 levels. He knows how to get to his spots, and his turnaround J is absolutely filthy. Sincere Simons, aka Baby LaMelo, will be in attendance for his final Courtside camp. He's provided some entertaining moments. Get signed up for the next Courtside camp in Cedar Rapids, Iowa on October 25th. Link in bio. You know we gotta tell you some history behind the camp. Chicago native Darius Hawkins started taking ankles as soon as the drill started. His layup package had the internet going crazy. This camp mix landed him on overtime and Baller's Life. He's one of the best point guards in the 2028 class. Jack McCaffrey won 2025 Gatorade Player of the Year in Iowa. He was going super viral at last year's Courtside camp. The 6'9" forward was drawing comparisons to Cooper Flagg. He's going to be a problem at Butler this season. No one had heard of Jimma Gatwich when he arrived at the Courtside camp. Every Courtside camp, we put together a quick dunk contest, and Jimma Gatwich shut it down. His highlights ended up generating millions of views and even got shown on ESPN. Ethan Kaiser absolutely blew up at the Courtside camp. The internet was calling him Hair Jordan, Harry Bird, Kid Pass Me the Rock, and more. Greek Freak's youngest brother Alex came to the camp the same year Giannis won his MVP. Alex brought all the energy to the camp. He was dubbed the best shooter in the family. Gus Yalden is a fan favorite. This is when the nickname Baby Jokic was created. The internet was going crazy over his skill set and size. We have the camp in Tiger Campbell's hometown, so it's only right that he came through. This was before he led La Lumiere to a national championship. Taman Lipsey was in his bag at the camp. In high school, he won a gold medal with USA and was named Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year. Obviously, you probably know him as the lead guard for Iowa State this year. Navon Shabazz is the late great Juice WRLD's cousin. The Missouri State commit went crazy at our 2023 June camp. He's been continuing that success at Iowa United. Going back to 2016 when an unknown Tristan Jazz pulled up and showed out. Here's what T-Jazz had to say about the camp.
I went to this Courtside Films camp thinking, you know, I spent the whole summer working out, grinding. I got my confidence, so I want to go to this camp and play against some good competition, and I want to get a mixtape because everybody at the camp gets a mixtape. So I was like, man, I better go, you know what I'm saying, do my thing and get a mixtape where I can market myself and, you know what I'm saying, put out there. So I went, I did decent, you know, I started crossing people, but instead of just crossing people, I was hitting the shots, I was getting to the rack, I was doing some fancy moves, so I can make a name for myself. I go home after the camp, and so, you know, I waited. I think it was like a couple days before they did the mixtape. It was pretty cool, you know. They made a little 60-second one for Instagram. It was dope. It was all of my fancy plays in one thing. So
NBA champion Jordan Poole was putting on a show. Just weeks before this, he committed to Michigan. He had the full court passes on display. Bro was really looking like Lamar Jackson. Pistol Pete Maravich's grandson was getting trash talked, and he got his revenge immediately. Max Saavedra dropped a smooth 27 points, and his team got the win in this one. Terrence Brown was just 5'3" when he attended his first camp in 2018. Brown attended 5 camps during high school, and by the time he went to his final camp in 2022, he was 6'3". Sherquarion Wise shut the gym down with this pull-up. We might have to put that jersey number 69 in the rafters. Jamal Harris, aka 50-inch vertical, came to one of our earliest camps and had people shook. As you can imagine, those dunks took him professional. He's now a pro dunker. Omaha Baloo pulled up to the Courtside camp as well. 5-star McDonald's All-American. Expect him to have a huge season at Wake Forest this year. Teddy Collins handed out buckets like nobody's business. His boys back home call him Mr. SportsCenter because these clips were shown on ESPN. Des Moines, Iowa legend Tyreek LaCour went back and forth with Jordan Poole at the Courtside camp. Poole probably thought it was going to be a walk in the park. We even teamed him up with Tiger Campbell. But Tyreek LaCour had other plans. He ended up getting the best of those boys and won the game. No surprise because he ended up being the all-time leading scorer in Des Moines public school history. We knew about James Brown long before he committed to North Carolina. He ended up a top 50 player in the 2024 class and came to our camp as a freshman. He will find himself in UNC's rotation this year. Khalil Whitney was the very first person to sign up for the Courtside camp. That's when we knew we were destined for greatness. He came to our inaugural camp back in 2014. He was a freshman then and ended up being a 5-star and committed to Kentucky. Now he's playing professionally overseas. If you know, you know. The Courtside camp is worldwide. Zion Zhang came from China to play. Moral of the story is, come to the Courtside camp. It's a unique experience where everyone gets a highlight tape. The next Courtside camp is October 25th in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We will see you there. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.